Hello, everybody. I'm Mysterious Stranger. I am here at my secret Siberian knife disassembly lab to take apart this particular pocket knife. This is Buck Marksman. Many of you know that Nick Shabazz on his channel has attempted to take this knife apart, but he struggled. Partly because Nick Shabazz is jackass, partly because, well, I don't know. But whatever reason is, I will do it today and I will do it better. And I will show you how it is done. Nick has asked me to thank his buddy Charles, who has sent this knife along, and we will show you how it is working. So, step 1 is going to be to use Torx bit. I believe is T10 here. It's very interesting knife. I very much enjoy review of Nick, even though he's jackass. And we will take apart pivot. Unfortunately, pivot is free spinning. So we do this, and we do this. Pop this out, no problem. There is some evidence of Loctite. In fact, evidence of red Loctite, which is ugly, ugly, ugly. But such is life. Now I try to pop out pivot. Out goes pivot, and comes blade. Problem solved. There goes bearing, and washer liner. Oy, all right. So, step 1 is completed. Step number 2 is going to be to take out screw and screw. This is Torx T6. All right, we disassemble. Disassemble. Leather is very cold in Siberia in this time of year. This is area where Nick could not get any further because knife was, well, stuck and because these screws were stripped out. But I am not jackass, I will do better. We put in hex bit. For whatever reason this is using hex bit rather than Torx. I do not understand, but is life. I use wrong size, I believe is, let's see, SW1 16th inch. Inch, of course, is very silly unit of measure, used by capitalists and others. And we unscrew, and here is back strap is off. Now, with this removed, I am able to remove. Very nice. So, problem solved. Buck Marksman is disassembled. One thing I will point out, look at this set screw here. This set screw is actually able to press on the lock here, and it allows you to increase or decrease the position of this backstrap lock on the knife overall. You can access by putting an Allen bit into here. Is very easy, straightforward. Now we do cleaning. I use square of cloth and I use a little bit of booze. Could be vodka, could be whatever you like. I go in, I clean. This is fresh from factory. Does not need a terrible amount of cleaning, but I will clean anyways because it is for Nick's good friend Charles. And we will do this, and we clean back strap, no problem. We clean bearings, no problem. See, Nick makes this look so difficult. He is hashtag not a brilliant man. But he's okay. And you can see here that this little bearing race goes inside. It has fallen out on this side, is not a problem. I drop it back in. Actually, wait, no. I want to check to make sure. Yes, indeed, you see path of bearings on this side, but not on other. I put in like this. I drop in, stop pin. Now, I clean off last of booze to clean off blade. And let us see here. I am missing something. Where is my... Here it is. Got it. Now the big question, is this stop pin or is this stop pin? We will find out. Okay, good. This is stop pin. This is for backspacer. There we go, problem solved. Now we reassemble. As you can see, it's very, very easy when you have not stripped screws and when you are not a jackass. Much better this way. Clean off pivot a little bit, because why not? I use a little bit of nano oil. And I put on bearing race like this. That is very, very much, but is okay. I put. There we go. I slide in pivot. Problem solved. I make sure that the rough side of the bearing is against liner. And I rotate in order to distribute the oil onto everything else. Now, we put right here. It's worth noting this knife does not have a detent ball in classical sense because backstrap keeps knife down. When it is locked in, is locked like this, and there is no detent, which is why it can spin as freely as it does. So we put in here, yes, everything is in alignment, beautiful, problem solved. Now I put a little bit more of the lubrication here. I rotate in order to distribute. Now we put knife back together. I put a little bit on washer, problem solved. Is there anything else that needs to be done here? See, very, very easy and straightforward. One big problem we have right now is that the blade is swinging back and forth like crazy because there is no detent, there is no nothing. It's very, very smooth. This is a nice thing at some level, but it means the blade is very dangerous right now. So what I do is, first off, I put these screws back in while knife is on table. This is important because I do not want the blade cutting me open. Because, well, it is also possible that I am not a brilliant man. Nick and I have many things in common. Moving along. Do not need any more oil of this size. So, I wonder what Nick is doing right now. I stay on table with blade, and I very lightly put in place. I do not put a huge amount of torque. And I put here. Good. And now I put in pivot because it's a good idea. It is free spinning, but I do not need to tighten down to this extent. I use blue Loctite, not red. Red Loctite is a terrible thing. I do not want to promote a red scare, no? This was hilarious. You all know it. All right. Unfortunately, the threading is not very good here, so in order to do any kind of tightening, I will need both sides. Part of this is probably residue of terrible red Loctite, but part of it is just crappy threading. Here we go, we turn. Now, even at full tension, knife is beautiful. There does not appear to be any side-to-side play, which is nice. Again, being very, very careful in order to not have blade cut yourself open is not good. Perfect. But unfortunately, we do not have any locking mechanism at the moment. It's a slip joint. Anyways, moving on. We put on lock. So, in order to do this, is very important. This part is perhaps a little bit tricky. I make sure that we are in proper positioning. There we go. I try to remember which side is up. I believe is this side. So you snap into place first, and then if you do it in the opposite direction, it's very possible that this part does not slide over, because as you can see, there is a little bit of side-to-side possibility here. Perhaps it goes in this direction. Is it in this direction? No. I would have to check video, but it's okay. Anyways, you put backstrap on first because you do not want to have... Where is my screwdriver? Come here. Here we are. All right, got it. So, we want to make sure that this is in proper positioning. And then we screw down, so that way we do not have too much play back and forth, and everything is in good adjustment. We put screw. I put Loctite, I forget. I'm not a brilliant man. Here we go. Okay. Вот. Сейчас тебе. I hope weather is warmer for the Nick, wherever Jackass is. Is not in proper position. So I tighten. We try to move back a bit. I adjust strap so it goes in this direction, and I increase tension. Now I tighten. I believe I have upside down. Yeah, I do. This is perhaps not brilliant. Okay, perhaps Nick is not such jackass. He's a difficult knife to take apart. But he's okay. We learn together. This is why I do in secret testing lab. Not only so Greg Medford does not kill me. This is better. I put I put in here. And unfortunately you have to do this with blade out so that the blade is in adjustment relative to everything else. This is not good, but is what is needed to happen. We put here. Alright, now, there we go. Very good. There is, at this point, now that this is fully locked down, there is zero blade play, which is good. Action is very good on close and open, which is excellent. Frankly, better than the last marksman that Nick Shabazz was able to handle. And now we tighten this down, and we are good to go. Only 12 minutes is not so bad, eh? Had I had this right side up, so you want this little groove on top, it would have been even quicker, but alas, I too am not a brilliant man. I tighten. We are good to go. And with oil, oh, he's beautiful. I hope this has been interesting to you, that it was better than listening to Jackass Nick, and that you have yourself absolutely wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye, everybody.